Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily Apple report for Thursday, June 8th, 2023. Before I click on all the charts, just want to encourage you to please click like, please subscribe, and share the content with friends and colleagues. And last but certainly not least, please check out wickedstocks.com, where we offer a full suite of analytical videos just like this, both daily and weekly. Daily SPY, daily Triple Q report, weekly analysis in the S&P 500, NASDAQ 100, and the long bond ETF, the TLT, as well as two individual stock picks a week that you never see on YouTube that cater to, the longer term swing trader, 3 to 5 weeks, to the near term investor, 3 to 5 months. We're always looking for 20% moves at least on the underlying stock itself. So check out wickedstocks.com. You can get all that for one package price. So, on with the daily Apple report. I'm going to go obviously to the big picture and remind you that 5, 6 weeks ago we settled above a long-term channel top at 170.51. This is a base of support that, if tested over the next few weeks, can absorb selling through the rest of the year. It may be tested over the next few weeks. I don't think it's destined. The market's destined to fall back to 170.51, although it may well do so over the next week or two. We did test the 182.94 January 22 all-time high this week, and we've obviously fallen off from it. But here's what I can show on the daily chart. Actually, 176.65 will be an important level to violate to the downside. That will add weight to the market. So that is our day support, 176.65, and above which nothing but minor points all the way back to 180.95. 180.95 actually contained Wednesday's highs pretty well. It is the high settlement price so far following this big move, and so it can contain intraday strength. And if we were to push today above 180.95, 182.94 in reach on an intraday basis, which is once again the all-time high from January of 22, where we can top out on a weekly basis. That's as much of a weighting as I'm going to give that level 182.94 weekly resistance. If we close above 182.94, certainly at the end of a week, then I see longer term bullish continuation to 219.84 anyway over the next year or sooner. But closing above 182.94 does add an accelerating element to the underlying market. And I could see to 1984 then within possibly 3 to 5 months. Keep in mind, this was a January low, and we're presently, 6 months past. 6 months past, and we've cleared a greater distance than this 219.84 is from present price levels. So there's that. Keep that in mind. We could certainly do that within 3 to 5 months. That is kind of the big picture. If we settle above 182.94 and you're not long Apple yet, that would be your next indication to do so. If your time horizon is anywhere from 3 to 5 days, 3 to 5 weeks, to 3 to 5 months. So that is our next buy signal, our next secondary buy signal. We're already in the confines of a long-term buy signal. Back to this chart, 176.65, decent day support, good for day traders. We can bottom out here possibly through the rest of the week and rally back to 182.94 over the next 3 to 5 days. So you might consider this to be a 3 to 5 day swing trade as well. I will say that even if we close below 176.65, we still then contend tomorrow with 174.66. So there is a scenario, of course, that if we break or open today below 176.65, we may well test 174.66 intraday. And this is a meaningful channel bottom in itself. It spans a couple of months, can contain weekly selling pressures. That is the problem with, are we going to fall all the way back to long-term support now at 170.51, following the test this week of 182.94? And yes, it may well happen. But we have these little levels to contend with, back to 174.66. I will say, and I don't see this today, but if we were to close below 174.66, a level that can contain weekly selling pressures, then yes, within probably 2 to 3 days, we fall back to 170.51, which is a significant zone of long-term support. I'll remind you that on the daily chart, you can see that after we closed above it, we tested it and we tested it and we tested it and we tested it again. It has been tested And so I don't know, when you test a structure like this for such a prolonged period of time, yes, we can fall back to it, but plenty of bottom pickers on the way down. I'll say that much. And if we close above 182.94 once again, you can say goodbye to the low 170s anytime soon because the targeted 219.84 formation probably 3 to 5 months away. I don't think there's anything else to be said. I think I covered it pretty well. Yeah, all the minor points have been carefully chosen, very tradable for aggressive day traders, but it really is, and I'll go back to this chart here, it really is 176.65 day support, 180.95 resistance, pushing through 180.95, expect 182.94 again within the day where we could top out for the day, possibly once again through the rest of the week. And if we close the week above 182.94, we're off to the races in terms of a secondary buy signal. Breaking 176.65, 175.85 in reach today, closing below 176.65. Expect 174.66 tomorrow, where we could bottom out through next week, possibly into later June. And that is all I'm going to say for Thursday's Daily Apple Report. I'll be back tomorrow with Fridays. Please click like, subscribe, share, and check out wickedstocks.com. I'll be back tomorrow with Fridays. You have a great day.